This is how I make donut ears. Circle within a circle and 2 lines for the opening. First you sew the inner circle. Completely around. You can't see my stitches on this side, but I have a circle here, and then you're going to cut this out. I will show you that real quick. Let me grab my scissors. Sorry, this is not a good angle, but it's the best I could do at the moment. But I take and do a slit. Careful not to cut where I stitched, but as close as I can get to it without cutting my stitches. Then you have that. Then I go ahead and cut my circle out. And I use my guideline where I've used a marker and just cut on that line. This is just a piece of felt folded over, and I used, I believe it was a coffee cup to the desired size that I wanted. Nothing fancy, but you'll have this, and you do have your little, where your opening's gonna be. Then you turn it one side of the fabric in on itself through the little small hole. Trying to do that where you can see. And you will have this and this. I like to go ahead and flatten it out the best way I can. Finger pressing those lines so you will have a sewn seam there. Then I like to take a straight pin and go in where my marks are, because now we're going to do a burrito fold. That's what I call it. Like this. And then you're going to take this and come back around it to where you're inside out again. But with that being said, I'm going to put pins exactly across from each other, splitting these up so you know where they need to meet. Okay, then I do the burrito fold. And bring these 2 points back over. And at this point I can take both pins out and pin them together. Or you can use clips like these. And you will have this. I take to my sewing machine And go ahead and take my pin out once I have it lined up. Do my back stitch. I'll go ahead and do my back stitch again because I'm going to have to take it off and then readjust. So it looks complicated. I promise it is not. But you'll pull that in somewhat and you'll just keep going around until you get it complete. I didn't do a back stitch the first go because I already had it back stitched, so it's fine. But then you just keep pulling this out. That way you can open it up so they don't sew it completely shut, if that made sense. You just got to keep your finger in there to make sure where your seams are going to go, they're not going to overlap. It's a lot of tugging and pulling, but so worth it in the end. And you can take a pen or something and go ahead and mark so you can take those pins out. If you just do a little, you won't see it once the final part is done. Just that way you kind of have an idea of where to meet it back up at, and you don't have to worry about those pins getting in the way. Just keep pulling it through so you got plenty of room to sew. Now it looks like a fortune cookie. And we are almost to the end. I know this is going to be a lengthy video. Do not let sewing intimidate you. It's actually very stress relieving. Okay, and then once you get to that line, back stitch, back over and back stitch again. And then all you do is pull it through. You can take an ink pen, a chopstick, a paintbrush, whichever, and get it even out. And once you do all that, you have a donut. You just need to stuff it, sew it up on the bottom, and then your choice, you can glaze them with any kind of puffy paint or paint. You can put sprinkles on them. You can do whatever your heart desires. Puffy paint is a great paint to use. That's what I normally use, and I also like to do glitter just to give them a shine. But that's how I make donuts for my donut Mickey ears, and I was so happy to be able to share this with you. See y'all in the next one.